I received my first train set when I was 6 years old. It was back in 1942. And it was a Lionel set. It was on I came down Christmas morning, and it was on a board, and it had a coal loader, log loader, and a bascule bridge, and a 224 steam engine. And I fell in love with the train at that time. And, it's a relationship which has gone on for many years now. It's back all my life. I had this first layout for approximately 7, 8 years, up through junior high school, actually. After junior high school, every Christmas I would set up my own set on the floor in the living room. And this set became pretty elaborate. It started out being a set around the tree, but gradually it grew to being a set about 8 by 20 foot in size, and fairly complicated. It was set up on sheets on the floor, and I was able to run 3 or 4 trains at one time on the setup. Well, one of my main interests in the train is animation. I'm an electronic engineer now by trade. I've always been interested in electronic and electrical and mechanical gadgets. And at that point in time, in the junior high school years, I would order pinball machine parts, old pinball machine parts from this place in Philadelphia, Soundtronics Labs. And I'd use these pinball machine parts, use the relays, the steppers, the electromechanical motors, and make things for the train, such as running lights and movie marquees. I made a waterfall that had running lights going down behind clear plastic to simulate water falling, blinking lighthouses, little mine cars go up and down chutes. A lot of little things which kind of fascinated me. In high school, this is back in about 1950, I built my first permanent layout. And this is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I built a layout, open frame construction. It had one long point-to-point type design. Had a turntable, plaster mountains on screen wire. Following college, I moved and I got married, got a job, had a couple kids. In the process, my love for trains has never waned. And the present layout fits in a room which is 32 by 16 feet, roughly in size. It has the capability of running 4 trains at one time, as well as 2 separate trolley loops, which are automatic. The layout is multi-level. It's about 3 levels of trains. It is an open frame construction, plaster and screen wire, again as I've used before through the years.
Roy has built an exceptionally fine running layout. One of the busiest parts of the layout is here at the yard throat, where trains leave the engine house area and the main station and head out for their journey around the pike.
The layout is divided into 4 main sections. There are 2 ZW transformers. The main handle in each transformer handles one section of track. The first handle takes care of the yard area and the low flat main level. The second handle and third handles are a double track figure 8 pattern with passing sidings, which can be run independently of the lower level. The last handle takes care of the mountain division and runs a whole series of trains and tracks up in the mountains. The controls may be ganged together, so a single handle can control all 4 areas of the layout, or it may be separate and you can run independently. The 2 figure 8s and the mountain division require an engineer's hand on the throttle at all times due to the grades. The layout is divided into many blocks. As a result, over 40 trains may be on the layout at any single time. There is a Y on the mountain division line, which allows me to reverse entire trains. It also functions as a reversing loop in combination with high bridge station area. I commonly run trains up to 22 cars in length. I have run a train as long as 60 cars. I enjoy running the trains as well as building the layout. For example, the layout is designed where there is quite an extensive yard, and one can switch engines, cars quite easily in this yard. There are remote control tracks spaced to allow for making up trains and switching engines. The diesel switcher and the steam switchers have automatic couplers which are activated by way of the whistle controller to allow them to uncouple any place in the track, which aids in the switching operations.
Roy's early interest in electrical gadgets led him into a career in electronics, and that in turn has resulted in this layout being filled with animated scenes.
At the base of one of the floodlight towers is a group of hobos. There is also a burning barrel by the hobos, and one of the hobos has tossed a handful of popcorn in the barrel, and you can hear the popcorn pop and see the smoke come out of the barrel. This is a model of Everett Music Hall. This music hall actually exists in Waretown, New Jersey. Inside you can see and hear the audience anticipating the start of another show. The house lights dim and the show begins. This building is the entrance to Quickbat Caverns. You can look inside the cave and see the bats flying around. They do move fast, so it has its name Quickbat. There is a pile of burning railroad ties at the entrance to the main yard. You can see the fires flickering. You can see the smoke rising from the ties. As we move away from the transfer table area, we may see the ice house, where the blocks of ice are actually moving along the platform. This is the Mole Hill Mining Company. You can hear the people working inside the mine. To the right of the mine is the beehive coke ovens. These coke ovens are of an old style and are in the shape of beehives. You can see the fires flicker and the smoke spewing from the coke ovens. One of the areas where I built a lot of animation is in the city area, the city of Podunk, which is a major city on this layout. I have incorporated sound as well as animation into the city. For example, there is a band concert. There is a group of approximately 20 band members who actually move about in the band shell while band music plays. Also, there's a hobby shop in the town which bears my name, and it has a moving train in the window. The theater next door is showing the HMS Pinafore. It's a play, and the music of the play can be heard from the door of the theater. On top of the theater is a ballet school, the Podunk School of Ballet. Here one can look in through the windows and you can see the ballet dancers turning around. On down the block there is Finn's Saloon. This is a rough and tumble place where there's a dance hall girl dancing upon the stage. On top of the Sears building, there is a smoking billboard. This billboard is similar to the one that existed in Times Square in New York City a while back. It actually puffs smoke. The man in the street is having a problem with his car. You can see the car, you can hear the car trying to start, and you see the smoke coming from the exhaust. The tow truck is there with its lights blinking, but to no avail, the car never seems to quite make it.
Roy sums it all up this way.
I have found over the years that model railroading has given me great enjoyment. What I enjoy most, besides the building of the layout, constructing the layout, is the friends one makes in the hobby. We have a group of people here of about 6 railroaders, and every month we visit each other's houses and view each other's layouts and share ideas. And I think this is really the most rewarding part of the hobby. The layout is never finished, of course. I'm looking forward to expanding it into many areas, building a terminal of a roundhouse, and adding many more animations to the layout.